Well, one question I always get is from atheists. Why do you believe God exists? Let me share with you two quick arguments. Argument 1 is the Kalam cosmological argument. The Kalam cosmological argument was developed in the 12th century by a Muslim theologian, and since then, contemporary scholars have taken it and updated it using contemporary science, mathematics, and philosophy. It goes like this. Premise 1. Anything that begins to exist has a cause. Idea is very simple. Things cannot just pop into existence out of nothing like magic. Here's an example that I like to use for students. If you bring your homework home with all the questions, but no one does your homework for you, can the answers suddenly appear on the paper? Obviously not. If something suddenly appears on the paper, we will ask, where did it come from? Did your parents write it? Was it written in invisible ink? Or what? So that's a good reason to believe premise 1. Premise 2. The universe began to exist. This idea is supported by most of contemporary science. So for example, we have the second law of thermodynamics. We have different cosmological models like the standard Big Bang theory, and we have different theorems like the BGV theorem. All these are very chim, but they all point towards the idea that the universe is finitely old. It began to exist. Besides contemporary science, we also have philosophical arguments arguing that time cannot be infinite, and so the universe must have begun to exist at some point of time. Now, if we accept both premise 1 and premise 2 because of science and philosophy, then we're led to the conclusion that the universe must have a cause. Something or someone created the universe, and whoever did this must exist outside of the universe. This means that since the universe contains all time, space, and matter, the creator of the universe must be spaceless, timeless, immaterial, and also must have other properties like being very powerful to create the whole universe. Now wait a second, one might object. Who created God? Well, this objection can be replied quite simply. Remember, premise 1 doesn't say that everything has a cause, because that would include God. Instead, premise 1 says that anything that begins to exist must have a cause. In the case of God, since He is timeless, He is without beginning, He does not need a cause. And this is why some atheists are now trying to show the universe never began to exist in order to escape having a cause. And so there you have it, the very first argument for God.